Give him the sauce real quick.
Told on that we at the kickback. Talk about this at the kickback. Talk about that at the kickback. Talk about rap at the kickback. Talk R&B at the kickback. You might find me at the kickback. Talk about sports at the kickback. Long stories are short at the kickback. Got guests of all sorts at the kickback. We at the kickback. We at the kickback. We at the kickback. We in the kickback. We in the kickback. We in the kickback. Yeah, we in the kickback.
Those the voice used to be different.
Yeah, me too.
It wasn't so like robotic.
Yeah, it's been a break. Yeah, man, shit. It's been a break. But hey, we are back with the sorry people, my camera's
It was on break too.
with the Kickback podcast. It's your boy Peter and the homie Chris.
What's up?
Yeah, we are back. We took a break. A lot of things.
If you want to call it that.
I don't know, it was a break. It was just
It's just kind of just like, hey guys, let's see you 5 months. 5 months, everybody. 5 months. Is that how long it was?
I don't even know. April was
The
the
last one in April or May? April?
April was April.
September now?
Yeah,
5 months.
5 to 6 months. But yeah, we took a bit of a hiatus. This isn't the first time we took a hiatus. It's probably the longest hiatus we've had. But yeah, man, we are back, and it's been a lot that's been going on since we've left. Since we popped, it's a lot that is going on that we can talk about. It's 2023 has been an interesting year.
Yes, it has. Honestly, I regret not being on the podcast some of these past few months, especially when you see that turmoil down in Alabama.
Oh, that's
crazy. That was crazy.
See, that's what.
Bro, it's so trending right now that even the other day I was watching, College Game Day having on Saturday mornings. I was watching that with the family, and one of the dudes on there, they was talking about how Texas Alabama was about to play. He said, and the way he said Texas was going to win was he pulled up a chair with Texas on it, like he's going to beat, like he was going to beat Alabama with it. They did win that game too, Texas.
That's oh man, college football. But that whole thing.
That was Desmond.
I when I see stuff like that, it gives me some hope. It gives me hope about Black people can stick together more often. Although it was a violent situation, and we don't encourage violence.
Yeah, it was a violent situation. Yeah,
we don't encourage violence.
Oh man, doing this.
But there's a saying out there: mess around, you'll find out. And I said the clean version.
Yeah, that's the ultimate science right there. That is the ultimate science. Don't want to find out? Don't mess around. Do want to find out? Do it.
But I did have a funny. So speaking of that, when I went to this music festival up in Richmond, we had Art of Noise. It was something that Mad Skills from Richmond, Virginia, old school rapper came out, and a couple other hosts came out to do DJ, play a couple songs. I think Master P and Master P and Project Pat came out. But I saw Master P and Project Pat. When I was before I left, my cousin told me, "Hey, yo, bring a folding chair if you're coming, because everybody's sitting and it's hot. Like it was stupid hot." Told me to bring that and like towels, like hand towels. So,
but you didn't bring no 10 chair, did you?
Me. The only chair I had was a black folding chair.
Something else, man. You just got one of them, like them soccer ones that the parents would be having for soccer. You get that from Walmart.
Yeah, but
expensive.
for me, I'm just thinking I don't want to spend that much money. I got 2 folding chairs at the back that I used for my cousin's juicing event that I brought just for us to sit down. Let me just bring one of those. When I finally find the parking, which was hard to find downtown, I take the paper towels and take the chair with me. As I'm walking down,
Mm-hmm.
I see people looking at me,
Yeah, because you look crazy.
and then and then I'm like, okay, and then like I see everybody having the type of like you said,
Mm-hmm.
that type of shit. So I'm looking like, damn, well, they let me in with this shit. Do I look like a fucking? I don't want to be that nigga. I don't want to be that super nigga that just want to be ignorant. But I was like, fuck it. I don't want to take the walk back and put it down in the stand and defend. Nah. So I took it. I walked in there. Here's the funny part. As I was coming in, right?
Mm-hmm.
A white dude checked me out. Checked me out. He saw me with the chair. He's like, he looked at the black dude. He was like, can he bring that in here? And the black lady was like, yeah, he can bring that in there. It ain't no problem. But yeah, he just reminded me.
No, I'm getting you for Christmas now.
Yeah, but the people that don't go out with those black folding chairs, those
Nah.
WWE chairs, you're gonna scare some white people, man.
Nah. Over here with the steel chair.
Yeah. But yeah, that was oh man, that was it was a good event too, man. It was cool to go out there. I was with there, my cousin and his wife, Kevin and Megan. Shout out to them. Hung out with them. But yeah, my summer, I didn't really have a summer, bro. Out of the we didn't have a summer, man. Summer was just non-existent.
Yeah, bro. Honestly, I feel you. I honestly, truthfully do. Like as soon as I was done with school, it felt like my workload increased a lot, and I just was just like, man, I don't really feel like doing anything else after work. But I tell you, I started working out again. I started going to the gym again. So
yeah, I've been working out. Yeah, I've been working out minimum 3 times a week. So been going to what's the gym called? I mean, what's the name of the gym? I'll go to it's called. I'll be going to a gym. I don't know the name of it right now. But I go to a gym every 3 times a week at least. If I don't go there, I don't take that drive. I'll just go downstairs to the gym, my local gym, and just do something there.
Yeah.
But that's all I do. Work in gym. That's my born life. I'm not out here living my best life and doing out there reckless. No, I've been a patient black man.
But since I'm almost done with school now, like I got this class and then one more, so I'll be graduating in technically January, but my last class ends in December.
Okay, that's what's up, man.
But
get your master's.
But I've started to get like maybe like these delusions of grandeur of just like what I'm gonna do. Like I'm gonna catch up on TV. I'm gonna go visit friends. Like I don't have work anymore. But like in my mind, this is what's gonna happen because I'm gonna be done with school. No, but I mean, I will try to make more time to hang out with people and maybe actually start watching TV again. That's another thing. I started trying to watch TV again a little bit, not much, but some. Like more than just like sports or whatever.
Okay, yeah. That's another thing. Yeah, I probably need to take this conversation off. But yeah, we do need to. If the people that know who they are and they're watching this episode and they see this, let's do something. It's been a long ass time. It's been a long time. But yeah, I feel you, Chris. I be trying to make time for stuff. And other thing is just it feels like when, certain things come in your life and you're trying to do a certain thing Some just comes and it just goes shoot. So I feel you on that. And speaking of time, it's one of my brothers calling me. I'll tell him I'm on the podcast right now. but yeah, I feel you, Chris. And the person that's calling me, he's in college, by the way. He's another thing. My little brother Dylan, he's in Towson.
Youth.
Yeah, he's it's his first time, man. Yep. All of them now. All my family's about to be college educated, which is crazy. You know,
we graduated 5 years ago. Did you graduated the semester before me or 2 semesters before me?
I think 2. When did you graduate? Did you graduate in December?
I graduated December 18.
December 18, yeah, a year. So 2 semesters.
2 semesters, okay.
2 semesters. Yeah, you graduate. Y'all were the last.
Well, technically, technically, Sion and Shamar was the last because they graduated after we did.
Okay.
But Shamar was Shamar a year after us?
Shamar, yeah, Shamar was the next. I think either the next semester or a year. I think Shamar probably was the last. Shamar and Sion, no.
Shamar, I think Sion graduated semester after me. Then Shamar was after him.
Okay, so probably like a year.
I don't know. We're gonna have to ask him at some point.
Yeah, we're gonna have to ask Shamar.
You know.
Oh yeah. Oh, speaking of that, congrats to Shamar for graduating.
Yeah, our brother graduated.
Yes, congrats to him. He went out to somewhere on the outskirts of Atlanta or Georgia. I don't even know where it was, but shout out to him. Speaking of that, I'm going to Atlanta next month. Music festival.
Nice.
I'm going there with my little brother Sean. We're gonna see what Atlanta is like, and we're gonna have a hip hop 50 set. So we'll see all the OGs and the new guys and everything. It's gonna be dope. It's gonna be dope. And speaking of the devil, 50 years of hip hop culture, and the people on my wall. If you can see,
I was really wondering what you were doing there for a second. I was just like, why did he just lean out like that?
Yeah, there's more legends, but this show that I don't know. This camera's been bugging me out, but it's Hip Hop 50 this year. And before we get into the great things that we love about hip hop and the songs and the culture, what do you think about hip hop in 2023 or the direction of hip hop?
The direction of hip hop?
Yeah, where it's going in 2023. Because I like the conversation that people are having about it now, just where it is currently. I've been following it, and
I haven't been following the conversation at all, but just from my perspective, and to be honest, like these past few months, I've been a lot more podcasting that has music, just because for me it's easier to do homework or concentrate on work sometimes than to dissect music. Because I could it's like listening to the news or something, or just like a side conversation as opposed to like trying to like listen to music, because then like I'm trying to like, oh, he said what, and then I'm like distracted. But at least for me, that's how it is. But since I've been back at the gym now, I'm listening to more music again. But I can say honestly that a lot of the newer generation music, I don't really care for, but at the same time, I like what's happening, if that makes sense. Because it's like, to me, it's like they're trying to find a new way to do music, and I like that because it's not always pretty trying to start out a new process, but when you get there, like he's like, wow, I can't believe all this made that. At least that's what it feels like to me. To me.
I ain't gonna hold you, and you know me. This year, I'm gonna be just keeping a buck with you, and it's not me trying to like, do the. like just the same old tune. Because last year, I loved where hip hop was at last year. Last year, a lot of great artists dropped. This year has been like, and I tried to give it a chance early in the year because I know people were complaining about the lack of like hip hop music this year, and it's been a bad year in hip hop. I'm gonna be real.
Yeah,
with you.
you know, it felt like a lot of people were experimenting though, is what it felt like to me.
Yeah,
Or maybe they're trying to find themselves, you know, like because we're in an age where kind of like individuality is now taking like the forefront, if that makes sense. Like nobody wants to be like, oh, well, you sound just like him, or you do just like him, or whatever. Or if you do, and like you gotta like really like rock into that. Like, yeah, I sound like such and so. So what? You know. So it, but you see what I'm saying though, right? Like the.
I see what you're saying.
So
I see what you're saying
it feels
because
like.
go
ahead.
No, keep going.
Okay, so it just feels like I don't know, just like okay, I'm gonna try to sound like this. No, that's not really my sound. I'm gonna try to do this. No, that's not really my sound. Like, and it feels like it's just like a lot of people just trying to fill around and do stuff.
Yeah,
What I heard, I can't give you a specific example because I'd be listening to like Spotify, and I don't be keeping up with what these kids' names is. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Hey, man, we're gonna be that. You know how our parents were like, who's that guy? Is that Puffy Daddy? Well, we're gonna be like that. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Yeah,
Like, we're gonna be. I don't know.
We're definitely gonna be like, we're like, who's this? And we're gonna be mispronouncing names like how our parents were. But I'm gonna tell you what's gonna happen. Oh, because they
pushing 30, bro. It's gonna happen.
Yeah, because even when, and I don't fuck with this, I don't mess with this dude. But even when I heard the name Tekashi 6ix9ine, I was like, what the hell is a Tekashi 6ix9ine?
To be honest, when I first heard it, I thought it was a joke.
And then like there was a rapper called Kid Buu, but like if you're not an anime or a Dragon Ball Z nerd, you're like, who the hell is Kid Buu? Like, you know what I mean?
I think I remember a dude. He was called a Lil Peep or little something like that.
Yep, Lil Peep. I think he passed, but
did he?
Yeah, Lil Peep passed.
Okay.
I think I don't quote me on that, but
I mean, I take your word for it. I don't keep up with all.
Yeah, Lil Peep, and then
if he did, you know, R.I.P. and rest and shout out to the family. Hope they doing okay.
And another one,
I just remember that name.
XX Tentacion. That one, when I heard, I just called him XX.
Yeah, a lot of people did. I truly did not know that was his name for a long time. I was just like, this Tentacion kid, whatever his name is, and he's probably the same age as us. But you know, like just
yeah, he was.
But like in my head, I'm like, he has to be a child, right? like coming up with his name, nah. Well, I mean, I guess we were, you know, kind of younger back then.
Yeah,
but you know, in our minds, like I'm not a kid.
Yeah, I mean, I think he's, if anything, a little bit younger than us. Probably like maybe a little bit older than. If I'm just looking at it from my brothers, probably like a little bit older than Sean. Maybe like 97, 98, 96, 5. I don't know. No. Okay. He's a little bit older than him, but yeah, like
he's one of those almost Gen Zs.
Huh?
Or no, he's one of those almost millennials.
Yeah. Well, I think me and you were born in 94, so we're the last batch of millennials, correct?
I think 95.
95?
96.
95 and 96?
Yeah.
Okay, it's the last batch of millennials. So I you know, we're getting to that age.
He born 98. So yeah.
But 98, so yeah, he's around my little, he's like a year older than my brother Sean. He's 99. So, yeah, man, like, but back to the convo about what I think hip hop, man, it's on its last leg, mainstream wise. Here's why I say that. I think, and this is just the conversation that I've been seeing on other content creators and other people, and you know, I'm always in tune with hip hop. You know me. They're saying stuff that I said 8 years ago. And they're saying it constantly. Now, when I said this 8 years ago, that was an old head take. People my age, like now that people, and these content creators I'm talking about, they're not Joe Budden's age. They're like younger than me or my age. So when I hear them say, "Oh, it's the same old stuff. It's the same old stuff. It's repetitive."
It is very repetitive.
That's when you can say, "Man, this is getting to the point where it's on its last leg." And I don't want to be that guy, but it's like, yo, like when I think about it, like our age group, this our age, like when we had, and I was just thinking about this the other day, when you saw like, and let's just go to like to the mid 2000s, like when Wayne, T.I., and let's say Jeezy took it, they were like a certain age group of like what, late 70s, 80s, you would say?
Yeah.
And then like when Drake, Kendrick came in like maybe 6 years later, they were like the late 80s. And they were like really good. Drake, Kendrick, and Cole were late 80s. For the 90s, right? Or the early 90s, what next batch of like real good rappers are in our age group that are really good?
In our age group?
Yes.
What's his name? From out this way. I can't think of his name.
Corday?
Corday, thank you.
Okay, that's one.
How old is Jid?
Jid will probably be 91, early 90s. Yeah, he fits the, yeah, Jid will probably be. Yeah, Jid is he's 90. He's on the, yeah, he's 1990. So Jid, that's one, that's two.
What's bro's name? Is it Bass? You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Bass. That's do off T. That's Kendrick's J. Cole's artist. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's another one.
I don't ever think of these guys in terms of age. Who else? Well, I need to look up people's age.
But you see, but like you see,
I get what you're saying. I get
where it's like, yo, we don't. Our age
point.
group don't have like that guy.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna say a name, right? I'm gonna say a couple of names in that same age group. Dirk, Lil Baby, Quavo, Offset. I like these guys, but what do they have in common?
What? They all make the same type of music? So
you know what I mean? So, and they're not real lyrical guys. So, and Travis Scott. So I think, to my bigger point, I just think and I'm not dissing those guys because I think they're talented dudes and they're great at what they do. But in hip hop, when there's like a change or when there's like that next energy, it's usually a guy that can really rap.
Chance the Rapper is also born in
Chance the Rapper. Okay, he's another one. But here's his thing with Chance the Rapper. When is the last time that man dropped an album?
A fair point.
And what happened to him when he dropped that album? Boy, I think they demoralized him.
Why are people making fun of him because he left his wife? That wasn't even a bar in there, was it?
It wasn't an actual bar, but he talked. Is this a couple of months ago? I just was like, I saw this video of Genius Rap where they said all the. I think he talked about his wife like 30 times.
Oh wow!
But the thing about the album was it's called The Big Day, and it
Mm-hmm.
was an album made about his wedding day.
Mm-hmm.
So what did you got people expect? I get it. I understand how it could be funny, but to my larger point, like, and I like Chance too. We don't have, our generation doesn't have the next person, and I'm praying that it could be Corday.
We also have Vic Mensa.
Oh God. I like the names you're mentioning, but it's just like I don't want to even go into Vic Mensa. He's a Ghanaian brother too, so I don't want to get into why he's.
We got DJ Mustard.
Yeah, hi, Chris. Not the DJ
Pulling that
Mustard.
straws. I'm pulling that straws.
Shout out DJ Mustard. DJ Mustard is one of the best producers. I think he don't get his credit, but he's one of the best producers in
Yeah.
this generation. Him and Metro
Mm-hmm.
are up there. But like I said, our generation don't have that next mantle lyrical mainstream star. You know what I mean? A lot of the names you mentioned are either in the melodic rap or like, yeah, they're either in the melodic rap or they're just like underground. Like they're not mainstream, but they're like they make like Jid, Corday. Corday's the one that I could see that could get out of that.
Yeah, but I think
But
you're looking at it at the wrong angle, if I may, because it's like it's the next generational gap that we're gonna have, right? Because like now like streaming is way bigger than CD, like buying CDs or record ever was, and again like the whole individuality thing, like I'm not gonna say her name, but we have a friend who doesn't even care about what they're saying or what they're doing. Her favorite song for a good while was "It Gets Cold in Minnesota." Do you remember that? Do you remember this conversation?
I know who you're talking about. I know.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, you know exactly who it was. Yeah. So,
By the way,
I want you to think like people think like a lot of people think like she does. Like they don't really care about lyrics. They just think, oh, like, hey, this is catchy, and then you're gonna have people going, "It get cold in Minnesota," and because it's simple and easy. Shout out to Yachty. I mean, like it's not my favorite song by him, but he's a decent artist.
He made this song called, I forgot what it's called. I got the vibe in Poland, and I told Sion, and Sion, if you're watching this, that. Listen,
it was a water in Poland or something like that.
Something, yeah. I forgot what the name was, but he just sounded horrible. Like as I'm saying it, my head.
I feel like I saw a breakdown of that video too. Though it was just like they're like people are trolling the song, but this is actually what was happening. I was like, wow, this guy went.
Look at the damn song.
It's crazy. What happened?
Yeah, the song's called Poland.
Oh, Poland.
That song is so horrible, but it was popular. People liked it, and it's catchy. But I told Sion with all my heart, that song is garbaggio. Horrible. And that's just another thing, man. Like this, I don't know, man. He's another dude that was born around that time.
But what I think is happening also is like people like they because of like again the individuality thing, like people aren't holding on to like artists like they used to anymore. Like we held on to Wayne even when Wayne wasn't good no more. Right? Wayne was making music that we were just like, I don't even know what he's doing no more. This is garbage.
Like after, and maybe you have a different timeline, but after the Carter 4, around the time he did "I'm Not a Human Being."
Yeah. That was the first thing that came up in my head. "I'm Not a Human Being."
When he came,
I tried so hard, Peter, I tried so hard to like that. I was like, I am not a human being reporting from another world. I was just like, I feel you, Wayne. I feel you. No, it wasn't good.
You know what got me? Well, we're in college, and I don't know if he knew this because Andrew had this song. Do you remember that Soulja Boy Lil Wayne song? Dun 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 dun. Go better, go back. You remember that?
Oh yeah.
He used to play that song all the time. I'm like, this song's so horrible. But I guess that's what Andrew like. But that song's so horrible, so horrible. And that was on I'm Not a Human Being. I don't know if it's one or two. I don't know which one it was. But that time when Wayne dropped that,
I don't think I ever listened to. I didn't want any more after one.
Yeah, two was.
And that was back when I had to struggle to get music. Like, 'cause I think I've already said that on here before, but like when I was in high school, I didn't buy no records or nothing. I would just go on YouTube and I would just like try to find everything. Like sometimes they would have them like whole albums, but like they'd be listed as something stupid. Like Baby's First Shower or something like that. But it's like Jay-Z's Blueprint or whatever. I
remember that. It was YouTube was weird around that time because YouTube would have like a bunch of NBA games, full games that you could watch, and like you could like I remember that time you could find like full movies,
bro.
Full movies. And,
I watched movies that I never thought I'd be able to on it. Nothing crazy or nothing, but just like just like I don't know. I think I watched Digimon or something all day and stuff like that.
Yeah, but now you can't do that now. They'll copyright that and take that down in like 2 seconds.
It'd be like stuff like not even released in the US, but you can watch the whole movie on there.
Yeah, they used to do stuff like that. But what was I? What was my friend? But what was the train of thought? Because we're talking about. But yeah, I just think hip hop. And you may be right, generational gap. I just think for me, the quantity and quality levels, people are more concerned with just putting something out and they're not really concerned too much about the quality level as they did in the past. Whereas like production, and I used to get into these arguments with Sion and other people about like how artists, and I'm not an artist, but I would always argue, man, the lyricism, the this, that, and the third. But then I came to like a realization not too long ago. To me, it ain't like just about you having bars. It's like the quality of the song, the production, that matters. And like even back then, like in the club or Back That Ass Up, they have the most like basic lyrics. There ain't nothing complicated with saying go shorty. Ain't nothing complicated about that. Ain't nothing like but they did it, they put it in a way where it's like creative, it's fun, and it sounds good. And it's produced well. So like that's where I'm at with it.
I want you to put it in this type of perspective then. Like in my dad's generation, like what the music he liked was like, Grandmaster Flash, Cameo. Put yourself in that mindset, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Now here come the Jay-Z's and the Nas's and Wayne's all the way up to now. He was like, these guys don't, he was like, none of these guys even use original music. They probably weren't even born when this sample, what they're trying to sample came out. They don't even know. So, like, and what I'm trying to get there is just like, this will always, no matter how the genre evolves or diverges, there will always be this generation doesn't do something as good as the old generation. Like for him, he'd be like, okay, sure, maybe they have a better rhyme style, but their their creativity for creating music is not the same as opposed to like the actual like beat itself. Because these guys would actually like make their own music. Not to say like these guys don't, but like they would like literally like have a band make the music.
Make the music. That's a good point. That's a great point. I don't have like a rebuttal to that. The only thing
I'm not saying you're wrong, by the way.
No. It's all about nuance. I don't have like a rebuttal to that because like even with having convos with my uncle, I do get. He does say that, but I think where I'm at with it is like I get what you're saying because like you got guys like Melly Mel, like he did a diss record to Eminem. I'm not gonna play it for you.
No, you don't have.
All I got to say, he's still doing hurrah. He was still doing that, and I'm like, yeah, you're not gonna get. So I get the generational gaps. I get people like from a, certain people in the '80s are gonna look at like today and be like, they're not doing this right. They're not doing this right. But then previous generations are gonna look at that generation and say, well, we didn't like what you did too.
Yeah. Oh, and also for a disclaimer, it's not that my dad doesn't like today's music. He just be like, he just prefers
his era,
his older music. Yeah, but he be listening to stuff on the radio and that too. Just to put that out there.
Yeah, but I just think for me, as just like the music fan that I am, right? I could get the whole like, well, you guys just sample. Maybe it's because of like where I was born and the people I was around. I get what people could be like, well, you guys sample and you're doing the same thing. My only rebuttal, or like not necessarily rebuttal, my only thing to that is when the generations of the 90s and the early 2000s and the 2010s to a certain extent, whenever they sampled or they redid music or they did music, you could tell that like it was some thought in it. It was produced well. And I just like, you can tell what quality is. I mean, it's subjective, but you can tell what's quality and what's not. Recently, and this has been happening a lot of these new artists, they sample a lot of the old, like early 2000 songs.
They do.
And
noticed.
Bro, there's this NLE Chopper song. It's called it was like he redid Hot in Here.
Mm-hmm.
When I don't think you've heard it. I'll send you the song. Mm-hmm. It is pure garbage. Listen, man, I me and my brother were talking about like, yo, sometimes, man, you don't have like, you can touch a sample, but at least try to do something with it. It was horrible, man. But yet, to your point, maybe I'm kind of like your dad, where I'm just like, well, maybe I'm just being the old, like, and I'm nitpicking, but just from a quality level, bro.
Yeah, no. I trust me when I say when it comes to the quality, I'm right there with you, because sometimes it feels like these guys are just like, instead of just dropping the song, I put in the effort to make it. You guys will buy it. That's what it feels like. But no, I get.
Can we play things without getting copyrighted?
I don't think we have that power.
Okay,
but I don't know, because we don't monetize this either, though. So I don't know. And true. Let's just say no, because I don't know. I don't want to go through anything legal at this point.
Yeah. You could.
We'll be able to whenever I get free time, or you can, if you want to, we can look that up.
Yeah, because I do. If you could just, you know what, I'll just play a little bit of it, and
yeah,
let me just play a little bit of this song.
Oh, I have heard this. Yeah. You cut off there. It's kind of coming in and out, but I'm pretty sure I've heard that on the radio a few times. So
Were you impressed?
I was not, to be honest. When that came on, my mind zoned out every time. But I've definitely heard that.
Hey man, and shout out to NLE Chopper. I respect you for trying, but God.
Hey, you say that, but at the same time, that song, I don't know because I don't be checking, but that song could be on the Billboard right now. I have no clue.
Hey man, hey, listen, for his sake, I wish black artists I wish them success, do your thing. If it go gold or platinum, I'll clap for you. But just like people didn't like Ice Baby Ice back in the day, I don't like that. I don't like that. But I mean, I think just to get back on the point of where like hip hop is going, I just think that there needs to be more. And I've been saying this for years, and I kind of get tired of saying this, but you just want more artists to have like different things that they do. So you don't get to a point where it's like when you see Dirk, you see Baby, you see Future, you see certain artists, it's like, you're going to get the same level of product. And when you see these newer artists, that's what they want to give you. We have to try to, like, in hip hop, make it be cool to do different things. And it don't have to be a super lyrical guy. It don't have to be that. But just like be more creative and try different things and try to get the quality level up.
You know what else I think it is, though? And I just thought about that as you were saying that. I think it's like, and I keep going back to what individuality was like niches. Like niches are being born too, right? So like we can say this artist needs to do this, needs to do that, but like different niches are being created and it's drawing in different groups of people. Like I don't know if you ever, at least I haven't seen it in a while, but like you used to see like a whole bunch of like young boy like videos and stuff.
Yep.
Not like the music videos, but like people be like reacting to him, whatever his music, and they're like doing like headbanger stuff, and it's just like headbangers weren't part of like like the hip hop era or scene, like 15, 20 years ago, right?
What do you mean headbangers? Like they just be bopping their head to the record?
Yeah, like the like rock heads, like like the people that
because I'm saying if you bopping your head like niggas do this.
Yeah, like you never seen,
they don't do the extra.
Like they listen to like rock music.
Okay.
Like or like metal or something, okay. like it's just like they're the headbangers.
Yeah, but again, Uzi, he's been trying to do that.
But you see, like they're drawing in different crowds, and because they're drawing in different crowds, like they're playing they're playing to their. And let's say this guy over here is drawing in like a headbanger crowd with a hip hop crowd. This guy over here is bringing like in a more like emo crowd but it's still like a hip hop crowd. And there's just like, so the music's kind of like all over the place, and there's no like general sound or except for like trap music. Trap music gonna stay. I don't care what you say. It's
Trap. Yeah. I don't have a problem. Trap music and drill music.
Yeah, no. I'm not saying you got a problem with it. It's just it's not gonna go nowhere.
No.
No matter. I don't think, at least not for next, let's say, 10 years. Trap music is safe without a doubt.
Trap music is kind of like you see how boom bap was in the 90s and the 2000s. Trap music has, and it's going to sound controversial coming from me, trap music has been the sound of hip hop longer.
Yeah.
I can't believe I'm saying this. Has been the sound of hip hop longer than boom bap hip hop. I just said that out of my mouth. Lord.
No, it's a general. It is a general style. It is a true blue style. You can say what you want to, what it is.
And if we're being real, it gave birth to drill music.
Mm-hmm.
It gave birth to these newer forms of hip hop that people are doing now. Like I would say the foundation like before like the 808s, like around when Jeezy and them were doing it. It was like the crunk era trap music. And then like from there it went to the 808s and drums, and then like now it's drill and like if you think about it, shit, right. Trap music, yeah. Hey man, I like trap music, man. I just need some of y'all gotta get more creative with it. But I think, for the future of hip hop, definitely want to see more artists that come with more quality in their music. You don't have to be the deepest art. I feel like an artist, you don't have to be like because I think when people in this era think of like an artist that's deep, they think of like a socially conscious artist. You don't have to be that, but I just think when you're making music, bring the quality element of it. Like Travis dropped not too long ago. When I heard some of it, because I'm not really a Travis fan, I'm a casual Travis fan. But when I heard it, he brings the quality. When it comes to quality in Travis, it's just quality. Like he knows how to.
But that's also part of his, like the people who come to him. That's what they want, I guess to say. Because you gotta remember, like he's still part of like he's, at least to me, he's not really part of like this generation of rappers that are coming out now.
Yeah.
He was still, like, what was it when he came out?
Drake, still the Drake, J. Cole, like maybe he came a little bit after them.
But what year was that?
2014?
Yeah, okay.
2014, 15.
2014.
14, 15 is when I first heard Travis. I heard about him before that because he was a producer, but I would say 14, 15.
Yeah, I think the first song I heard from him, unless I could be wrong, because I definitely feel like I heard some. No, yeah, I did hear songs from him before this one, but it was just the first one I knew his name. I think it was Quintana, because like the music videos used to come up.
Yeah.
I heard the voice before, but I had never seen the face and never heard the name.
Yeah, but I do think like with back to Travis, like the quality level and like he took like 5 years to make this, but you could tell like he put a lot of emphasis on production, a lot of emphasis on transitions of the songs, a lot of emphasis on the way his melodies sounded, the features, everything was like put together well. I'm not the biggest Travis Scott fan. I'm not listening to his music like that. But as a casual listener of Travis Scott, I can hear that and be like, damn, although that's not my type of music, he doing it on a level that's like really high level.
Yeah.
So when these newer artists are coming and it's just repetitive stuff and it's not real, like, and I don't want to call out because I love what the female rappers are doing. And this is another thing, my pet peeve of 2023. The female rappers, Lotto, Glorilla, Sexy Red, Sukiana, all. I'm gonna be real with you. I hear their stuff and the lyrics, and I just be like, Lord, Jesus, Lord. I thought like the past era of female rappers used to say wild stuff. They don't care, especially Sexy Red, whatever her name. I mean, that's her name. Oh, sorry, I didn't want to say it. Whatever her name, like it's disrespectful. But Sexy Red, like, have you heard some of her songs?
I heard one or two, but yeah, I know what you're talking about.
She says some wild things that I can't say on this podcast because we'll get in trouble, and our moms would want to wash our mouths with soap. But it's just wild, and like I'm not seeing even with I like the fact there's so many of them being able to make music and provide and are like pushing, and being successful, but it's just, and I can't say the word, but it's just P-rap, if you get what I'm saying. That's what it is. Not this is all that is, man. again, repetitive. Same way I know but hey man. But I do think for the future, and I'm not gonna give up on hip hop because I feel like things sometimes come around and you just never know with what people will turn to like and what will blow and what, because I see, the guys Coast Contra.
Mm-hmm. It's tough.
They went viral off of doing what you would say stereotypical 90s or 80s or early 2000s. They were like freestyling. They went viral off that. That was crazy.
The flows they use are definitely not like a new school type flow neither.
No, they took it. This is what when we talk about, how we talk about basketball, we look at Jordan and then we look at Kobe and we say, well, Jordan, he had the moves and he's mastered the moves, but Kobe took it to a whole nother level because that's Coast. They rapping flows and pockets that like I'm just like, yo, this is what like rap should be. You should evolve it. You know what I mean? So when I see artists like them, I get hope. I'm like, but if they'll go mainstream or not, that's
Yeah, but again, like it's like in today's world, it's just like the niche that you fall into. Like, don't get me wrong, like there are the people who, again, like the Travis Scotts who, like, yes, he has a niche, but at the same time, he's mainstream.
He can cross over.
Yeah, so like even if you aren't necessarily like in the niche that would like recognize a Travis Scott as like your favorite rapper, you're still like, oh, I enjoy this music. I like this music. Party music, a lot of his stuff.
And just to the FY to the listeners, I'm not really a mainstream hip hop fan. I'm more of a fan.
You guys.
Yeah, I'm more of a fan of artists that can make niche music that can cross over.
No, he only likes mainstream. Don't let him fool you.
Chris, if I liked mainstream music, I'd have dreads and red. No, let me not say that. I would have. I don't want to do that. Let me not do that.
He was asking me to come to a Young Boy concert with him right before.
Yeah. I would be going to a Young Boy concert.
A Lil Baby after that.
Yeah. Actually, Lil Baby, if somebody invited me to that, I might go just because I think he's dope.
Did you hear his song with Lil Wayne? I heard that the other day too.
Yeah. He's a guy that like he makes that type of music, but there's some quality level to it. His recent album was a little but
I don't know if I actually ever listened to his album. Like I probably listened to parts and pieces. I don't know if I ever listened to it all the way through.
Yeah, my favorite song from him was probably like Freestyle. That song's a classic.
Yeah, but anyway, I brought up the song with him and Lil Wayne. Cause I thought when you said you didn't like music with these artists being redone by these newer artists. I thought that's what you were referring to. I don't know what it's called, but it was I think it was Getting Money. I think that was the reference.
Okay. Oh, okay. Yeah,
no, you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. I didn't think was that egregious.
No, I mean, Lil Wayne was on there too.
Yeah, Lil Wayne was on it, so I don't think it was that egregious. There's others that are like worse, where they just take the sample, and they don't do nothing with it. But yeah, I think hip hop can be in a better place. It just needs like everything else. Like everybody complains about everything, dog. Like wrestling, basketball. Things will better itself once people focus more on like the quality level instead of just chasing a hit. But that's just my personal opinion. But as far as and keeping it on Hip Hop 50, what because I'm a big hip hop head, but what are some of your like? I know we probably should like plan this out how we're gonna do this, but as far as like the songs that you enjoyed And I don't know if we could do it by era, or we could just, I don't want to do it by era because then we have to we'll probably be searching on our phones. But as far as like songs that you've enjoyed just in hip hop, just in general, since it's 50 years, what songs come to mind?
Just in general?
Yeah, it's in general.
Okay, just off top. Just ones that I just personally enjoy.
Mm-hmm.
One is Cadillactica. I'll give 5. They're not necessarily my favorite, but just ones I enjoy.
Mm-hmm.
One is Cadillactica, Big Crit.
Yup.
2 is Humble, Kendrick Lamar.
I don't want to cut you off. I remember. Were you there? Remember when we were coming back from Wild Things, and this was like the last semester that we were like gonna all be together as that core group.
Mm-hmm.
We sat in the car in Javon's car.
That's when y'all forced me out. I remember that.
Yeah, we were sat in Javon's car, and Humble came on in his car,
mm-hmm.
and we all rapped that shit word for.
Mm-hmm.
Remember that?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so that brings back good memories. Yep. And, yeah, but say what your list.
What was that 2?
Yeah.
Another one. I used to love A Milli, so I'm gonna say A Milli.
A Milli, yup.
That's 3. That's Lil Wayne, by the way. For those who don't know, the uneducated use of the world. Move by Ludacris.
Yeah, classic.
Used to love that song. Whenever I play football, bro, I used to that and I'll make this my 5th one. Never Scared.
Jesus Christ, Chris. You trying to kill everybody. You trying to kill everybody.
When I'm playing football, bro, I ain't never scared. Or move. Get out the way in my head the whole time. And that used to be part of our warm-up music too. Both of them songs. I used to love that.
Yep.
Oh, can I add one honorable mention here too? I know I said 5, but it's and the only reason I add that because I was working out today and I was upset that I forgot to play it while I was lifting kind of heavy because like I need that to like focus. And I feel like this is kind of like it's out there for me, but at the same time, like this is when I think I brought it on here before, but I'm a true fan of Gucci Mane. And Trap House 3.
Oh,
heard Trap House 3?
Yeah, I've heard Trap House 3.
When I'm about to max out or do some heavyweight, I need Trap House 3 on. I need it on.
I can hear that. Trap House 3. But those are good songs you pick. I think for me,
Bone Crusher's Never Scared, by the way.
Oh yeah, I heard you said Bone Crusher's Never Scared.
Yeah,
I forgot.
I was naming the artist with the songs, and I forgot to say Bone Crusher.
I forgot that Killer Mike and T.I. is featured on that song. Mm-hmm. That's how big his presence on that song is.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I forgot that T.I. And then my New York spitters remixed it. I think it was Cam, Busta, and Jadakiss. They got on the remix. If I may be wrong, but
I feel like I remember Jadakiss on there. I can't remember others though.
Yeah, I think Cam was too. Busta, I'm not too sure if he was or not, but I'll have to go.
I can hear both of them on there.
Yeah,
you can see that.
But as far as my songs, I'm gonna go. I Get Around by Tupac is my favorite hip hop song of all time. That's the song that I remember my dad used to play in the car. And then LL Cool J is Around the Way Girl.
Mm-hmm.
Another song. I feel like it's the perfect like rap love song. Just my opinion. And then It Ain't Hard to Tell by Nas. My favorite Nas song. Just lyrically, I love that Michael Jackson sample, the Human Nature sample. So those are 3. That's 3 right there. Sky's the Limit by Biggie.
Mm-hmm.
That's another one I love because I love the message in that song, especially that last verse. And then a fifth one. I feel like I'm just going old school records, really.
That's what I thought you were doing.
Fifth, I'm gonna go with Kendrick. Let me go with Kendrick song. Kendrick song comes to mind. Kendrick. Kendrick, I love days for days. I can't think of any Kendrick song. I love his music. I love K Dot. I can't think of a record right now. I'm going the Kendrick song. It'll probably be something on Good Kid, Mad City.
Good Kid, Mad City.
It'll probably be something on Good Kid. Either that or Damn. I think I'm gonna go I'm Real.
I'm Real.
I'm Real. I love that song. I love how he broke because the way he broke down the 3 verses. The first verse was about his friend. The second verse was about was the first verse about the girl, and the second verse was about his friend, and in the third verse, he brought it all around, and then he realized none of the stuff he was talking about made him real.
Mm-hmm.
And I just like the way he brought it all together. I love that song. I'm Real.
It is like a story.
Yeah. I love how he broke it down and he just realized all that bullshit I'm talking about, that don't make me a real man. And then when his dad started talking about taking care of your community, paying your bills.
Oh,
that's real, nigga.
Interlude.
You said what?
You talking about like the interlude?
Yeah. When his dad was telling him what like being real was, I was like, oh, this song hits me. So I'm gonna say that. I'm gonna say those 5. There's a lot of hip hop songs I could bring up, but I'm gonna say those 5 come to mind. Like, yeah. And yeah, I would say it was 5. But then you got, songs that are like culture, like in the club or Shook Ones.
Mm-hmm.
What song by Outkast?
Shook One's another one I like to listen to when I work out.
Yeah. What's the song by Outkast? That's Miss Jackson. Those are like household staples.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't say a song from Jay-Z. Now, question here, because I've been hearing this a lot. Do you think Jay-Z is overrated?
No. Why?
That's been a convo a lot.
How?
Okay, good question. I think the people are saying that because they said there was a post that I responded to this post because Siam put it on his story. But there was a post that this guy did that he said there hasn't been a year where Jay-Z was the #1 rapper. And he broke it down from 96 all the way to like 2010 or something. He broke it down why Jay-Z was never the #1 rapper.
Okay. I don't think Snoop Dogg was ever the #1 rapper, was he? And people
I'd say 94 or 93.
94 Snoop? Oh wait, was that Doggy Style?
Yeah, Doggy Style. 94 you could say Snoop.
94.
94, 93.
I'll give you that. I can't think of that. I'll give you that.
But then after that, yeah, Snoop never was like the #1. Yeah, after that, you can. Yeah, he was not like, but he was like always culturally present.
Right. Like you don't like if let's say somebody's always #2 and never #1, guess what? They were #2 probably longer than the first guy, second, third, fourth, fifth guy was #1. He's always there. Even if he's not the best, he's up there. He's just like a consistently good guy. Like, let's say, like sandwiches. Like maybe a PBJ is not your favorite sandwich, but guess what? That's a good sandwich. It's a simple sandwich. It's a good sandwich.
It's a good sandwich. It's consistent.
Yeah, it's just like, hey, you know what you're going to get with this. It's a good sandwich. It might not be necessarily your favorite sandwich, but that's a good sandwich.
Yeah, but when people keep saying that there wasn't a year, I'm like, 2001. That's easily to me. If you ask me, it's easily Jay-Z in 2001. Can't think of an artist bigger than him, rapper bigger than him that year. And then like 99, I know people are gonna say, "Oh, DMX," but I could argue Jay-Z for that. Yeah, but even if I don't, like from 98 or 99 or 98 to like 2000, maybe 4 or 3.
Mm-hmm.
It was always top 3.
Yeah. You see, the thing is to me, like, you don't have to be the number one guy to be considered a good artist.
Yeah, like 50 Cent was the number one guy for what? 2003 to like 2005.
Because like,
Like,
yes. But like to me, like let's say, okay, we let's have the conversation, like Kendrick, Cole, and then we throw in a Drake there.
Mm-hmm.
If we are comparing those three, Drake will probably always come out on top. Like in our circles, like we could say, this year Drake was better, this year Kendrick was better, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And then we pull up the Drake numbers, and Drake's doing astronomical. I mean, maybe not astronomical numbers, but you know what I'm saying. Like, he's probably doing better than they are.
Yeah.
Does that make Drake the better rapper?
No.
He just has like a bigger mainstream audience.
And I love the fact that you brought that up, because when people do that argument, they will argue, well, in 2000, Nelly sold more than Jay-Z, and DMX sold more than Jay-Z this year, and Ja Rule sold more than Jay-Z that year. Those three rappers that I just mentioned that we said that sold more than Jay-Z, I would say Nelly to a certain extent, because I don't disrespect him. But after 2005, can you say DMX or Ja Rule were like really relevant musically? And even Nelly, was he like, he was there, but he wasn't.
Yeah, Nelly was there, but I was gonna say like after 2005, 2006, I can't tell you a DMX or Ja Rule song.
Ja Rule was kind of like, after 2005, Ja Rule kind of like, he kind of.
Yeah, if he had a song that came out, I don't know it.
And then same with X, like they kind of, but Nelly was there, but he wasn't the top guy. Jay-Z was.
Yeah.
So like, that conversation came up, and I just felt like him and then Eminem, they kind of. Oh, I know it's another one. It's another hip hop 50 question. Do you think Eminem is overrated as well?
And I don't like that question, and only because like Eminem is a great rapper, but he's never been like the number one rapper.
To me,
we
gotta clip this. We gotta clip this.
I gotta clip that.
Yo, we have to clip this, because this is gonna get traction.
Like, because like back in the day, like they'd be like, oh yeah, Eminem number. I was like, he did better than Lil Wayne? That's crazy. He did better than Wayne. I don't know if he's a better rapper than Lil Wayne. Like, don't get like I think he was like maybe. What year was that? Peter? Do you remember? Number one?
Like 2002 or 1, the early 2000s. You could argue him like
was that not 2004?
2004?
No, that was even in middle school. They were saying that.
So Eminem did take a break in like the mid 2000s, I think, because he was on. I'm trying to think, because he did take a break. I do remember that, and he came back.
I feel like I remember seeing it in middle school. I wasn't supposed to, but I think I saw some. I was watching like MTV or something, and they had like Eminem as like the number one rapper or something like that. Now I don't know if that was any like official poll, but I just remember thinking like, I don't know how that's possible when Lil Wayne's still alive.
Yeah, I think that you're probably talking like maybe 2009,
maybe,
because that's when he came back. I
don't think so.
Or because he did do a couple of features with Akon and stuff in the mid, but he wasn't too active. I don't remember it, but.
And hey, maybe it's my exposure to Eminem back then.
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember having such a strong impression on him, being like, "Hey, this guy, he's the one. He's number one." Nah,
I think for me back then, and because of the way MTV and I didn't really see him on BT. Let me stop. The way MTV VH1 used to put out his videos, I thought he was like a comedic rapper.
You thought he was comedic?
I thought he was a comedic rapper because of the videos he did, and some of the lyrics were like, "Because this must mean I'm disgusting." Like,
this is the part that needs to be clipped, because that's news to me. I've never heard somebody saying he was they thought he was a comedic rapper.
No, but like if you watch his videos, right? They're so like out there.
Mm-hmm.
Like there was one video where like he was Elvis Presley trying to take and that like he would just have like these wacky videos where you're like, is he really a rapper? Because when I was a kid, that's how I felt. But then I would hear "Lose Yourself," and I'm like, oh, he's serious too. And then like as I got older, some of his older content will come back, and I realized, oh, he is a legit, like he can really rap. So I think he's like that. I think he's when people talk about him as a lyricist or as a rapper, I understand why people put him at this level. However, I think I connect with some songs like the Lose Yourselves, Not Afraid, You Get No Love featuring Lil Wayne. The songs where he's like rapping from like the perspective of like an underdog. Those songs, I'm like, okay, yeah, that's the Eminem I like. But a lot of his other records, especially the wacky records where he's just being funny and saying stupid lyrics, that's just, but a lot of the songs that he talks about his life, he's talking about his mom. As a black man, I don't connect with that when he's talking about his life or his mom. He made a diss record to his mom. Mom, yeah. I love you. I would never make a diss record. Like, I would never like think of this. Like, he does stuff that's like culturally as a African and black man, I don't connect with. I'm just like, okay. Yeah. But I do understand why people put him up, because when you talk about his lyrics, he can go. But I was saying right now, what he's doing with his lyrics is kind of like with the mumble rappers. He's going a little too. He's being too lyrical. Sometimes I have to like skip the record because it's like too. I'm like, how? I get it. You can twist words and twist them. Dumb it down just a little bit. Like, I'm getting tired of it. I think RDC World did a whole parody of it, and they got a spot on. He'd be rapping like that. I'd be like,
do you see that guy on Instagram sometimes? He be acting like he Eminem.
Is he the white guy that would be like,
yeah,
having a conversation, and this how Eminem would I got my two, like he just be doing it like. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. But yeah, stuff like that is where like I have to throw off Eminem a little bit, but I understand. But I don't think he's overrated. I just think he's dope. I think he's dope, and I think I get why people put him up here. I wouldn't say he's overrated. I just say he's just not what I would listen to every day. But I understand the hype because he's really good with the bars.
He is good with the bars. He is.
But I will say this: his core Stan fans, like any Stan, they made the song stand. They're just like that. They're like that video. They meet right him. Too much. And we know somebody that kind of does that. Eminem is number one, and it's not even close. Like, really? You see the people on my wall? You see the people on my wall? I think they would have something to say to that. But yeah, those are the things I've been seeing. The who's overrated and who's not. And Eminem.
Oh, hey, I know that we talking about all these different great rappers and stuff, but R.I.P. to Magoo. Did you see
that? Man, I remember that did happen. That did happen like last month. Yeah, recipes. Yeah. He's not Richmond. He's from Virginia Beach, where him and Timberland are from.
Timberland, Missy Elliott.
Yeah, recipes to him, because I feel like people didn't give him his proper credit when he was alive. People didn't appreciate.
He was young too. I think he was only 50.
Yeah, he was 50. Yeah, he was dope. He had a very unique voice.
Did.
Him and Q-Tip, like he had that Q-Tip-ish type of voice, unique. But rest in peace to him. But but yeah, just to continue, and those are conversations that I've been seeing. But like again, we don't have to break it down for generations. But like, what albums when you think of like 50th anniversary of hip hop? What albums come to mind? And by the way, I just remember this. Today is the 25th anniversary of Aquemini by Outkast.
Hey,
Classic album.
classic.
But what albums come to mind of the 50 years? And I know it don't have to be no shit from the 80s or 70s, but when you think of hip hop,
Yeah, I'd have to Google it for that, like that.
but when you think of hip hop, since you've been listening, what are the albums that come to mind?
The albums.
Yeah.
Albums that come to mind for me. Well, we could do. I'll just do. I'll do three.
Okay. I'll do three.
Okay, so I'm gonna still look it up because I'm gonna forget. I'm forgetting the name, but
I have a whole list.
Oh, I know you do. You keep it on deck.
Yeah, I have a list of my top. I think did I do 50 hip hop? No, I didn't do top 50. I probably did like a 30. Let me look it up.
I'll try to do this. I
did my personal top 30 hip hop albums.
Doggy Style.
Ooh,
because I I still am a big Snoop Dogg fan, but like for like hip hop wise,
mm-hmm.
I want to say like that was without probably really knowing it, that was probably like the first like actual hip hop album I listened to
from front to back.
Probably.
What's your favorite song on Doggy Style? Because I mine is the Shiznit.
The shit, I like the Shiznit too. But hold on, let me pull up the song list. So I don't butcher this here. So,
yeah, is that the shit? Yeah, dun, 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 dun. Yeah, yep. That's the Shiznit. Yeah, that's my favorite. And then Pump is hard too. Pause.
Did you already have it pulled up?
Yeah, I have it pulled up on my. Is it just loaded? Is it like?
Yeah, I mean it's pulled up now. Here it is.
Okay.
Oh, I forgot this was on here. I don't know why. I was super obsessed with this song as a kid. Gin and Juice.
Yeah.
Don't know why I was so obsessed with this song, but I love this to death. I loved it too much.
To this day. That's a classic.
Yeah.
Okay, Doggy Style. Okay, that's one. Doggy Style.
That was on there. Boy, man, let me see here. I need to do like you and keep a list.
Yeah, I have a list of I had 32 albums that I put in. I made this last year in July.
You made your favorite. How many you have on there?
32 albums.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, 32. I ranked them, but although I'm looking at the ranking, but okay. But yeah. Might switch some of them around, but yeah, I like this list is a little, you know.
Oh, I know. Hold on here. I'm trying to make sure it's 50 Cent. I'm just trying to make sure I got this right album. Was it Get Rich or Die Trying, or which one was it?
Get Rich or Die. It should. I would think.
Yeah, I'm thinking it is. I used to also be a. Bro, I don't know. I was also like weirdly into 50 Cent in like I want to say 5th grade to like 10th grade. I was weirdly into 50 Cent.
And this people may not believe. Not actually, I don't give a fuck people. But when he dropped, I remember he dropped when I was in third grade.
Mhm.
My dad played the fuck out of that album. He played the. It's to the point like he played the hell out of that song. And no disrespect to the artist I'm about to mention, but once he played that album, and my dad was like a huge Ja Rule fan. He
Mhm.
had like Pain. He had all the albums. Yeah, Pain is Love. I forgot the album he did after that, but he had all those Ja Rule albums. Once he played that 50 album, I didn't hear Ja Rule that much anymore. No disrespect, but
Mhm.
that 50 album.
And by weirdly into 50 Cent, I mean like it just kind of just came out of nowhere. And favorite song on there?
Yeah, if you
Probably
give one.
Huh?
If you could just give one.
Yeah. Probably Many Men. Cause that one stay in my head.
Many men wish death upon me.
Didn't even know I was singing.
Yeah.
Well, I mean like in middle school I did, but like in 4th, 5th grade I didn't. Well, I guess I did. Like, cause like wish death upon me, but it never like in my head. Never like in my head was I just like thinking about like what that mean? Wish death upon me, and I'm just singing it, walking from the bus stop.
Yeah. That, I mean, if you know the story behind that song, you understand that 50 Cent is a bit crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That whole situation that happened with him was crazy. So shout out to 50 Cent. That album is amazing. Get rid of that trend. If I have to say my favorite song of that, if I can't, probably my favorite song of that album.
You said which one?
If I can't.
Oh, If I Can't. Yeah.
Yeah, that's probably my favorent song of that album.
Yeah.
Okay, Chris.
I was looking at that one too when I was thinking about it just now.
If I can't.
And then for my third one, I just we'll do this. The Damn Kendrick Lamar. Tough album.
Yep.
I try to bring it up through the eras that I was most familiar with.
Yeah.
One from each era, I think.
Yeah, I think you got one. Yeah, you got one from each era. Yep. You got
These guys, we were associated with in some respect or another.
Yeah.
Yeah, favorite song off of there? Favorite song off of there?
My favorite off the album is probably Duckworth.
I like Duckworth too.
Duckworth or XXX. I love the way. Oof.
Duckworth might be my favorite song, but I don't want to copy it. DNA. Let's do
DNA. Oh my god! I remember when that album dropped,
Mm-hmm.
and that day I was going for a track meet because I think that album dropped the day before my birthday or something like that. So I was going for a track meet around that time, and then I was headed to like where we're going to meet and take the bus. I remember listening to that to Blood, like in what's that place that we used to go play basketball? I forgot what's called. Because that's where me and Shamar had to wait for the buses and stuff.
You used to play basketball.
Yeah,
The gym?
Yeah, the gym. Yeah. I should have said gym. But we went to the gym, just waiting because we have to wait for the bus and everything. And I remember I hear Blood, and then you know how the song comes, and then I got, and I'm like, yo, I'm hearing it. I'm like, hey, yo.
Mm-hmm.
And then
That's another one I be playing during my my workouts.
He just spazzed at the end. And I'm like, this is how you start an album? And, and the rest was history. So Damn is definitely one of my...
It's powerful start.
Yeah. Damn is definitely one of my favorite albums of all time. Probably my favorite Kendrick album of all time, too. Because of where I was at in life. And, I needed that music at that time. Because if you remember me at that time, I pretty much was going to give up on hip-hop.
Mm-hmm.
If you remember how I was talking.
Oh, wait. Does the era we count that we're in now count as a different hip-hop era?
Yes.
Okay, then I guess I got to give one more.
You can. Hey, go ahead.
Because I'm gonna just try to give it to the ones I'm associated with. Cause if we go on albums before the '90s, I couldn't tell you the name of them. I might have heard them. I don't know.
I could, but it's not going to be as comprehensive. I could, but it won't be as comprehensive. But you could go on, Chris.
Hold on, let me look it up. I know what I'm thinking about. I just can't think of the name of it. What would you say was the beginning of this current hip hop era? The year?
We're in 2023.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna go 2019.
2019. Oh, damn.
I'm gonna go 2019.
Let me see.
Because that's when a lot of the guys that we're talking about kind of blew up.
Mm-hmm.
So 2018, 2019 is what I'll say.
If it's 2018, I was gonna say KOD.
Okay. That's a good. I like that Kendrick album. I liked it because I liked it.
KOD's J. Cole.
Huh?
KOD is J. Cole.
Yeah, J. Cole. Yeah. I like that.
No, I just because you said Kendrick, so.
Oh, my bad. I said Kendrick. Oh yeah, my bad. Sorry, man. I'm getting those two confused.
No.
KOD is definitely one that I liked from this era. My favorite song off that album is probably Brackets.
Brackets is tough.
Brackets, yeah.
Or you know what? Brackets. I'm tripping. I could have said the one for what's the boy's name? Corday. What was that Corday album?
Forgot the name of Lost Boy. Is it Lost something?
Hold on, I'm pulling
Lost Boy.
The Lost Boy. Yeah.
Yeah, that Corday album is tough.
Yeah. That if that was part of this era, then I could say that one.
Yeah, that came out the year after.
Yeah.
It came out in 2019. The Lost Boy?
Yeah.
Yeah, that album was hard. I played the hell out of that album.
Me too, bro.
That was in heavy rotation. And I think my favorite, now that I'm looking at the list, is either the song with... No, it's RMP. No. It's Broke as Fuck. I like that song. It's hard.
I like that one too. And I think I like Family Matters too, but I can't remember. I feel like it's been a while.
Family Matters, that song was dope. Yeah, Family. I love that song. I think I'm hearing it in my. Let me play a little bit of it. I'm not gonna play it on here.
Yeah. I'm looking at the lyrics. I like this song.
Yeah. But yeah, Lost Boy. Okay, I like those albums, Chris. Let me look at my list. A lot of it's very biased, but
I kind of forgot about Lost Boy until just now. Not to say it was a bad album or forgettable. It's just I've been not been listening. I haven't had Corday on my mind in a minute.
Damn. So I'm probably should I do a 3 or I don't know. I'm gonna go album wise. I'm gonna start off with ATLiens from Outkast.
ATLiens, tough.
Yeah.
I was thinking about it too, but I know even though it's been a while, I've said a lot about Outkast on here.
Yeah. ATLiens by Outkast would definitely be my favorite off the album. I talked to my cousin Kevin about this when we went to the festival. Mm-hmm. Wheels of Steel.
Wheels of Steel?
Yeah, that's my favorite song on that album.
That's tough. I like that. The whole album is a banger.
Yeah.
I love Outkast, bro.
Yeah, man. Outkast. I love Wu-Tang, but I may say they're better than Wu-Tang. I don't know. I don't know. Because Wu-Tang fits the better definition of a group, but
yeah, technically Outkast would be a duo.
Yeah. But ain't no duo messing with Outkast musically. No duo. I love Mobb Deep. You ain't gonna see a bigger Mobb Deep fan than me. You're not messing with Outkast. But ATLiens is there. You said Damn already, and that's like actually number 2 ranked on my list.
Wow.
And you said Damn already, but I'm gonna say Good Kid, Mad City.
Good Kid, Mad City is also a tough album.
I remember when that came out, in that transitional period when I came back from the state. When I came back to the States, it was like the album was perfect for me coming back. And then when I look at like the songs and even the album cover, and him talking about his mom telling him to go to a van, my mom was driving like a minivan at the time.
so I can relate.
So like all of this stuff he's talking about and like peer pressure and all the, I'm like, yo, this shit is and like, yo, it was like a perfect album to come out at the perfect time. I felt like it came out like this. So Good Kid, Mad City is definitely on my list.
What's the song on there for you?
Good Kid, I already said I'm Real, but the Art of Peer Pressure.
Art of Peer Pressure. Yeah.
That's I'm gonna say
the whole album was tough. Oh, whoa, Peter, where'd you go?
My camera. Yeah, acting dumb. But I'm gonna say the Art of Peer Pressure just because that song, I lived that song. In a period of my life, that was me. That specific song. I'm not gonna tell you the story about it when I was in my teenage years, but
Fair enough.
I've that song when I hear it, I vividly remember doing stupid shit that he was saying. But I'm gonna go to Art of Peer Pressure as the one song that when I hear it, I'm just like that and Real. Those two songs. But that album is amazing. Good Kid, Mad City, it's a classic. What's another album I could say? I said one from the 90s. I said one from kind of our generation. I'm gonna go Blueprint by Jay-Z too.
I thought about Blueprint. I did.
Blueprint by Jay-Z's and like
it was actually the first one I thought about after Doggy Style.
Blueprint by Jay-Z. That I love that album because like Jay-Z's one of the rappers that he could work with multiple producers or like and just know how to put it together so well. Heart of the City, Izzo, Song Cry is one of the most like dope records. I remember when I heard that as a kid, I never been in no relationship before, but I could like feel him when he was like rapping about that song. And now as an adult, listening to it when he says, I can't see it coming down my eyes, but I gotta make the song cry. I look at it like, damn, as a man at that time in his life, he felt like he just can't cry. He has to let the song do it. Like he don't feel comfortable crying. Like, but I think now that he's older and he's evolved, he ain't thinking like that now. But it's just dope to look at it from an adult perspective and see where he was at. And you know, to me, that album is just like one of the most well-produced albums. If I'm gonna go a song,
it's still a classic to this day.
Yeah, Blueprint's a classic. Probably to me, it's his best album.
You know, as you were saying that too, you know, like I've said it on here before too, but like one of my favorite things to do, and especially, and I know I like to do this, or I discovered I knew I liked to do this because I like found Crit and Kendrick before they dropped like any like real album. So like they were selling like the mixtape stuff. Mm-hmm. But I like to like listen to like the progression of like artists through time to like see like how they've like grown through their music. I love that.
Yeah. But and then like Jay always stayed consistent. That's another thing about Jay. Mm-hmm. Very consistent. And this is the album that made Kanye into a household name and made Just Blaze into like a household name. If I had to pick one song, I'm gonna go Lyrical Exercise. That's a deep album cut. That's a deep album cut. Very deep album cut. But Lyrical Exercise.
I didn't think you. I didn't know what song you were gonna pick. I didn't expect that one, but I like it. I like the pick.
Lyrical Exercise, and then what's the song? 1 million, 2 million. You Don't Know. And You Don't Know. Those are the two songs. You Don't Know. Oh my God. He said some Jay-Z. I could sell water to a well. Like he says stuff that like you know what I mean? When it comes to just bragging and talking that shit, Jay-Z's number one.
For
I
sure.
can't think of a rapper that can talk shit and you're like, you feel them. But Blueprint's another album for me. And if I had to go one more album, damn, one more album. I'm not gonna say. Should I say a Nas album? Because I want to say a Ye album as well. I'm gonna go Stillmatic by Nas because that's the album that like made me like into like. If you said like pick an album by Nas that made you like admire him, that's probably the album that made me admire him.
What was the Kanye one you were gonna say?
The kind of one I was gonna say Late Registration, but no, I was gonna say College Dropout. But I'm gonna say Late Registration because I think Late Registration is his best album. Rapping album is probably his best, and it's well produced. That's when Kanye was normal. But Stillmatic from Nas, I'm gonna go. And favorite, what's my first song of Stillmatic? I'm gonna go Got Yourself for Gun. I know that sounds a little too aggressive. Let me pull up this track list because I'm gonna go One Mic. Actually, One Mic. I just thought about it. One Mic, and then if we're talking Late Registration, yeah, I'm gonna go Late. That song Late. If anyone remembers,
Yeah,
that
I
song,
remember Late. I remember Late.
That song is probably my favorite on Late Registration. So
I gotta say, Peter, your memory for these albums, bro, because like I know if I didn't pull them up and look up the songs right there, I would have forgot. I can't keep it in my mind like that for all these different albums from all these different people. I like these guys and I still don't remember.
Yeah, they call me the hip hop encyclopedia. I had to look up a couple of the when we're talking about Corday.
So like I remember like maybe like 3 or 4 songs, but the whole list, nah,
I don't. There's only a few albums I can remember the full list completely, or in that order. I don't know if I could do, but I can remember.
You remember it in order?
Some albums, not every album.
I can't remember one album in order. I can't remember one. I could listen to it the whole week. I'm gonna get it backwards, upside, all the ways wrong.
But I mean that for me, the only reason why I could do that if I listen to an album repetitively, and if depending on how long the album is, like we'll Push, another rapper that has dropped. Ooh, I didn't mention any of his albums.
Oh yeah, Pusha T's awesome.
Daytona, I can remember the track list.
Well, okay, Daytona only 7 songs.
7 songs, so I can remember. I can remember the track list for that easy.
And what's it? 30 minutes?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's okay. That's a piece of cake. You know, that's just that's not committing too much to memory.
And I'm gonna be real with you. That album was like crack to me.
It was. It's short to the point, but it's fire. We need more like that too.
Yeah, but at the time when I was really championing that album, boy, I heard, all it does something about crack. Oh, this it's not real rap. It's it. Come on, Peter. Come on, man. It's how you listen to drugs. Man, the motherfucker can rap. He can rap his socks off. So salute to Pusha T. Salute to him. But yeah, man, he's another artist that drops good albums. But yeah, I mean, I want to kind of get before we get into like, because I'm gonna go to artists that we admire, and then but I want to give credit to, before we go into that, since it's Hip Hop 50, credit to the pioneers like the Melly Mel's, Furious Fives, Grandmaster Cass, Grandmaster Flash, DJ Red Alert. I'm just mentioning names right now. The MC Lights, the Queen Latifah, Curtis Blow for like creating this art form. And who's the father of hip hop? I just forgot. No. I have to say, founder of hip hop. Look at me, man. I should lose some points off of Kool Herc, DJ Kool Herc. He's the founder of hip hop. We want to thank him for finding this art form in 1973. Because if it wasn't for him, we wouldn't be doing this episode right now.
Nope.
And these people wouldn't be who they are. So shout out to him. And the KRS Ones, Rakim's, Run DMC, the first like big hip hop group, like for real. Like they're the first ones. Who am I missing now? LL Cool J. He's the first hip hop superstar. If you really want to be technical. Rakim, another rapper I'm a fan of. Big Daddy Kane. But all the pioneers that came out in the 80s, because I feel like when we talk hip hop, the 80s hip hop gets shunned in a way. You know, so shout out to
It does. It gets mocked.
yeah. So shout out to those the pioneers. Because Rakim, I like Rakim. Probably my favorite. Or is it LL Cool J? Rakim or LL Cool J probably my favorite. If you had to ask me from that time. Not that I listen to them all the time, but if I think about,
You know, it's funny. I started listening to LL Cool J because Kangaroo Jack. You remember that movie?
yeah, I'm the Kangaroo Jack. I'm trying to. Was he in the movie?
Because the Mama Said Knock You Out was in there, and that was my introduction to LL Cool J. I hadn't known who he was. I think I seen him on TV, but I don't think I ever actually listened to his music. I was young at that point as well.
Yeah, my introduction to LL was kind of they used to play him like the '90s stuff from him, so I knew his '90s, and then in the early 2000s he had songs, that were play, but I didn't know about his '80s stuff till I watched. They used to do this thing back then where it was like artists pick their favorite hip hop videos.
Yeah.
And I think one artist said LL Cool J, I'm bad. I forgot who said it. And I watched that video for the first time. I was like, that's LL Cool J? He looks skinny as hell. I used to walk big LL Cool, and he's wearing this hat with the Adidas. I was like, that's LL Cool J? And then that's when I was one day, I forgot what was we. I remember I got the LL Cool J All World out. I think it's called All World. This is Greatest Hits. And I was like, wow. I was listening to Rock the Bells, radio, and I was like, oh, this is 80s stuff too. So that gave me perspective on his music. That made me a fan. So shout out to LL Cool J. I'm probably, me and my brother trying to go see his show in DC next month. So shout out to LL.
Yes, what's up?
But shout out to the pioneers of hip hop, the ones that laid the foundation for, generations. But, because we got to close soon. But I want to get, what are some of the artists that you really liked 50 years of hip hop that connected with you?
Oh man, I will name. I'll go 5 again.
Okay. Yep. You can mention 5. And you can mention groups. Don't like.
Oh, of course, I was
mention groups.
I'm going to do that anyway.
You can mention any hip hop artist. Don't want to
Right. So first and foremost, the guy I had my favorites. Outkast, hip hop phenoms, underrated while they were here. Now they are beloved even more so, and respected for it. Love Big Crit. As I was saying earlier, I want to say back in,
not to cut you off. What's your favorite Outkast song?
Favorite Outkast song? What's my favorite Outkast? I will say Miss Jackson, strictly because I feel like that was my gateway to Outkast. I think
that was a gateway to Outkast. Okay.
Yeah. I feel like that's the earliest song. I remember the Outkast, and I just. As a kid, right? Like Outkast is appealing, but then you get older and you listen to more these guys some more. I'm just like, I'm really into these guys, and like I'm learning about some of their older stuff too.
Yeah.
As time goes on, and it just was like, wow, this all from Miss Jackson. It kind of like was just like open up a path for me for them.
I would say the earliest Outkast song I remembered was probably Rosa Parks, but I never connected. It was just a song that they played a lot,
Yeah,
but I wasn't that age to connect that. Oh, this is Outkast that made Rosa Parks, but I would hear it all the time. But Miss Jackson was probably the first one that got me to be a fan.
yeah.
And I thought they were talking about Janet Jackson as a kid.
I thought they was talking to somebody's mama.
You were smarter than me, Chris. Smarter than me. I thought they were talking about Janet Jackson. But, all right, Chris. So you said Crit?
Yeah. Oh, did I say Crit?
Yeah, you said Crit.
Yeah, Crit. Love Crit. No, I think I've been listening to Crit since middle school. I want to say I don't even remember how. I just randomly came up on this dude when I was in middle school, and I was just like, okay, I'm into this. I don't remember what the mixtape was, but I'm just like, I'm into this. I like this guy.
Crit. What's your favorite Crit song?
I think I already said it earlier, but Cadillactica.
Yep.
But I could say another one. What's the name? It'd be it's not Wood Green. It's let me hold on. See, Peter, I'm not like you, man. I gotta look at it.
You good. You straight. I'm just a hip hop nerd.
No, you cool. I just got too many different equations in my head is all. Oh, I forgot about this. I used to love this. I used to love it was Mount Olympus. I used to love Mount Olympus, bro.
Okay.
I used to love Mount Olympus. And then it was also King of the South. I used to love King of the South too, bro. Oh man, and My Sub Part 2.
Okay.
No, it wasn't My Sub Part 4.
Okay. Those are good choices.
I'm sorry, I'm listening off too many. It just makes me want to listen to music more often again. Is what this
let me look at my Big Crit edition.
You hold on. you have it by artist as well?
Huh?
You have your favorite by artist as well? Like, because you were saying like you have your top albums.
Oh no, I don't have Big Crit. Nah, I'm just looking through the Big Crit songs.
Okay.
That I like.
I thought you had them listed out in your phone. I was just like, wow,
No.
That is incredible.
No. I'm not that. I'm looking through Apple Music right now.
Okay.
I like Confetti.
Confetti is also a good one.
Big Bang.
Big Bang is also tough. Is YG in Big Bang?
Nah.
No?
Nah. I think YG has his own version of Big Bang.
Okay.
What's the album he did back in 2019? He had a couple songs I liked on that shit.
Oh, you're right.
I love Make It Easy.
Mm-hmm.
And Believe.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and Every Time. Yeah, those songs on Big Crit is here. Around the time when this is the time when I was like, when we were working and going to the office every day, driving. So I listened to Crit, Cole, Kendrick, Pusha T, Rick Ross. I was listening to a lot of different artists in the car every day, and this album was on a lot. So yeah, Big Crit. Big Crit's tough. But yeah, those are some of the songs I like from Crit. Not as big of a fan as you, Chris, but I definitely respect him, and I think his name should be brought up more in conversations, but that's a whole nother.
It does, but he's not part of the mainstream niche. That's fine.
But all right, Chris, that's Crit. What's your third artist?
Let's go Kendrick.
Oh, I knew that was coming. That's neither here nor there.
And let's go. I'll say Humble this time.
Humble as your favorite song?
You know what? No, I'm gonna do. It's on Good Kid, Mad City. It's the what's the name of the song? I think Christopher. See, I can't do it like you, Peter. I don't have the brain capacity. I don't.
Yeah, now that you talk about Kendrick, I'm trying to figure out my favorite Kendrick song as you speak. Because I did mention one.
Maybe Don't Kill My Vibe or the art. Yeah, no. Not Don't Kill My Vibe. It was I think it was Backseat Freestyle.
Ding ding ding. Okay, yep.
I used to love that. Either that or Mad City.
Yeah, Mad City. I love Mad City.
Oh yeah, you know it was Mad City. Mad City, yep. If Pyru's and
now let me ask you a question. What's your favorite part of the song? The first part or the second part?
So you can't ask that because to me, it the best part about it is that they're together. It was different. I wasn't expecting it because I do like the first part, but then that second part comes up. It's hold up. Changing it up.
Like he went crazy on that second part. I was like, what the heck?
It's like it's the same song. You got to check. It's like, oh yeah, it's still going. It's like you get two songs in one right there. It's just like, hold up. We changing up everything. This is a new song, but not really.
Yep.
I love that. I absolutely love that.
Yep.
What was that 3?
Yeah, that's 3. You're 4.
Oh, that was 4?
No, that was your third. You're on your fourth one right now.
4? Oh man. Let's go Cole.
J. Cole. Born Sinner. The opposite.
Cole.
And I still don't like you J. Cole fans out there. Just wanted to let you know. Still don't like you guys. But I like J. Cole. Chris, the only J. Cole fan I like, because he's not a stan.
I'm not a J. Cole fan. I do like him though.
Yeah, J. Cole, don't get it twisted. We like J. Cole. We just don't meet right J. Cole. But keep going, Chris.
Okay. I'm gonna say No Role Models.
Yep. That record. When I went to see J. Cole back in 2021, when he performed that record, that whole stage, that shit went crazy. Yeah.
No role models to speak of. But and then I got one more. Oh, I just had somebody in mind. Hold on. I know I said I wasn't going to edit this at all, but maybe I will a little bit. Cause I keep doing all these pauses, bro.
Are you good?
You doing all these pauses?
It takes time because it takes time to speak on your artists.
Let's see. I got Outkast. I got Kendrick. I got Crit. I got Cole. Who else we got?
What I got on my wall?
Huh?
I'm just thinking there's people on my wall that I'm probably going to mention.
So what else on your wall?
Yeah, there's. So you said 4, you're on your 5th, right?
Yeah, I'm on my 5th.
All right.
1, 2, 3, 5th.
Take your time, do it right.
And try and take too long. And the people need to know, Peter.
Yeah.
I just looked at my phone.
Bum, 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 bum.
Oh Lord.
Stay on my grind. I'm on the vine.
You see, I'm gonna have to cut out like that, the dead space there.
Killer Mike.
Killer Mike. That's one of you.
No, I'm just saying. Is that? I'm just.
I do like Killer Mike.
I'm throwing names out there.
Uh,
And the whole
oh my gosh, I'm stupid. I knew exactly who I was gonna say. It was the Nigerian brother.
Toby Ingwe.
Toby, yes.
Okay. That's a great pick.
Yes, that I knew I was thinking of somebody. I was like, come on, man, who you thinking about, Chris? Who you thinking about? Bro is tough. Bro is tough. And then what's that song he got with Paul Wall? I can't think of what it's called.
I forgot the name.
I like that song. Is it Juice?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait. God, that man did a song with Paul Wall. Yeah, Juice.
Yeah, Juice.
Okay. I love the fact he does music with his family. He does music with his wife, Fat.
You know, honestly, those are the only music videos I watch now is his. I'm so sick. I don't really watch music videos like that no more.
Yo,
like his.
One thing that got me, though I said Toby was different, he did a tribute to Pharrell. And he rapped over all of his beats. And he rapped in a way where he was admiring Pharrell.
Yeah.
Over all of his beats. I was just like, yo, you're goated in my eyes. Okay, that's a good five. That was what you started off with: Outkast, Kendrick, Crit, Toby, and who else?
Outkast, Kendrick,
Crit,
Cole,
and Toby. Okay,
yeah.
Okay, that's a good five. If we talk hip hop artists, we could take the whole day. But I'm gonna go honorable mentions. Man, DMX.
Mm-hmm.
When he there's something about him, man, that as a kid, that I don't know if it's because he just had this voice that was
that voice, bro. It was perfect for drawing the attention of children. It really was.
Yeah. So, and I just he was just aggressive.
Mm-hmm.
Aggressive, man. I was like, it's aggressive. And then you can work out to him. So, definitely, X. And then as I got older, I started to appreciate his music and where he was coming from.
I think he's an underrated, the ease at which he was able to rhyme is so underrated.
Yeah.
Did you ever hear any of his prayers where he be rhyming as he's praying, and that's crazy.
I seen him do it live when I seen his performance in 2019. He crazy. He can go from a prayer to telling a kid not to wear a condom. It's X is that's X.
Yeah, that is a great point. That is a huge change right there. It's just
I always have a connection to X, man. I just love DMX. Of course, Wu-Tang. I have to mention them. I'm not gonna go too deep into the Wu-Tang one for time's sake, but Wu-Tang, 9 rappers made an amazing album, amazing songs. So definitely gotta mention them. Mobb Deep, definitely not so big on my list, but gotta mention them. LL, as far as another rapper, that's an honorable mention. Kanye, before he became crazy, would be another good one because he's made a lot of dope. But let me just go to the ones that I think are the most important. I'm gonna start off with Pac. Tupac. If we're talking hip hop personality, he's probably my favorite hip hop personality because I just liked. As a kid, you like the songs, you like what we don't really know much about the personality, but as you study the artist and watch the artist interviews and watch how they move, he's a guy that was militant and he was real. However he felt, he said it. And he didn't really give a fuck. And that's what I always was a fan of. And he was always more, people like to talk about the gangster stuff, but if you really look at Pac, he was more about how much he loved Black people. He was about Black people. He cared about Black people, and he did everything in the best interest for Black people at that young age. Like, he had that mind. I do feel like he got stared away from it, just like a lot of people do sometimes. But that's what he was about, and that's why, like, I am a huge fan. And if you tell me like my favorite Pac song, I'm gonna go. I know "I Get Around" is my favorite like hip hop song and my favorite Pac song, but I'm gonna go "Changes." And I'm gonna throw "Thug's Mansion," the one without Nas, the one with Anthony Hamilton. Yeah, "Thug's Mansion." That's one of my favorite verses. The first verse on "Thug's Mansion" by Pac is probably one of my favorite verses ever. So Pac, but yeah, Pac's definitely important. And I'm gonna stay West Coast. I'm gonna go Kendrick too.
I knew you were gonna have him.
Yeah, Kendrick. Kendrick's like I said, he drops albums in my he drops albums that connect with me in periods of my life that I need to hear. He always does that.
Unlike a lot of people, as they get rich, it sounds like he stays, somewhat connected to his mundane, like, humanity, if that makes sense.
Yes, that's another reason. Kind of like the Tupac thing where I said,
yeah.
You feel a connection to him when he drops. He don't feel like with rap artists these days, or like raw artists, sometimes your connection to them is just that they make a good song, and it's like he makes a song about life that you're like, damn, or he says these lyrics or things that'll make you be like, damn, I've been through that. I'm connecting. It's a different level. A different level with Kendrick. So Kendrick probably be, as far as rappers I connect with, he's up there with like Pac, in my opinion. As far as my generation, he makes songs a lot. And the reason why I like him, and the last two albums he's put out, which was Damn, and then this what's the album called? I'm struggling. How do I struggle with a Kendrick album? This came out like not too long. I can take what's the album Mr. Morrow. And the Big Steppers. Yeah, that recent album that dropped, he's talking about therapy, letting go of the past and moving forward. I'm like, yo, that's where I'm at in life right now.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, again, an artist that connects with me. So Kendrick's definitely in that. And if I had to say a favorite song, I've said it already, but Art of Peer Pressure, Real. What? I'll say the Art of Peer Pressure. I'm gonna say. I'm going blank on like my favorite Kendrick song. Oh no! All right. That's my favorite Kendrick song. When that song dropped, that was definitely a moment. So Kendrick, all right. Then I said Tupac, and I said Kendrick. Whoa. What's I say? I'm gonna go big. I'm gonna go Biggie. I'm gonna throw him in there. Him, I like him because he's the greatest rhymer. If you just want to listen to a song, hear a guy rhyme and put words together, he's probably the great. Yeah, he's great at rhyming words and putting words together. I don't think I've seen a rapper rhyme better than him. I'm not talking about like super words, but just rhyming words. Yeah, I think Biggie's the best. And I like his style, the confidence he put into dark-skinned guys.
Mm-hmm. When you said big, I don't know why, like at first, maybe it's because I just listened to him the other day. I thought you were going Big Pun for a second.
That's another one that could be put there. If Big Pun didn't die, he'd be recipes Big Pun. He's another one that's an honorable mention because oh my god, lyrically he's a beast too. But yeah, Biggie, I like the the Coogee sweater, like that sweater. I've been trying to find it. $600.
I thought that's what I said. I thought you had one.
No, I don't. It's $600 to buy a Coogee sweater. But I like his style. I like the confidence he put into Dark Skin Brothers, and musically, like if he never died, there'd be a question of like, because the 2 albums he put out are like classics, like undeniable. So there'd be, I feel like if he was alive, we'd be arguing him as like the greatest ever. If he didn't, because I think he was to me, because people like to do the whole Tupac Biggie thing. I don't like that convo because I think they're different. But we're just talking rapper. He was a better rapper than Pac, but that's another convo. But Big is definitely up there for me. Jay-Z, I mean, Jay-Z's Jay-Z, man. He's like I said before, when it comes to talking shit, he's like number one to me, just talking that shit. And to me, like he made like, when you look at like Drake, you look at Kendrick, you look at J. Cole, like that generation, they all are trying to like emulate him. Like the success he had by being consistent for years, especially Drake, because he drops every year. They stole that from like Jay-Z's model. And like doing songs with the next upcoming guy that Drake does, they took that from him. So like Jay-Z's definitely up there for me. He has like multiple classic albums. You know what I mean? And like a favorite Jay-Z song. It's not a popular one, but it's called La La La. Excuse me, miss. It's a remix. It's not a popular song, but the song, it goes. That's my favorite Jay-Z song. But yeah, Jay-Z's definitely up there for me. And then last but not least, and to me the greatest rapper, if we're just talking lyrics, albums. He dropped the album yesterday. Nas.
Nas dropped the album yesterday?
Yeah. Dropped the album yesterday. Magic 3.
How was it?
I haven't finished it yet.
How is it, man?
It's good. Him and Hit Boy, it's their last album together. Nas, he's just, to me, you can't get better than like Nas is like, he's just the best, man. Like lyrically, he can go into different pockets, different flows. His albums with Hit Boy are just like really good. Illmatic is a classic. Stillmatic is a classic. Like, if we're just talking strictly rapping, I can't think of a rapper that's better than him. I can't think of a rapper that's better than Nas. I can't. Like, I know people gonna say, "Oh, Eminem," and that's the one I think people would say. But no, I don't think Eminem can rap better than Nas. He's just gonna say a bunch of complicated words in an annoying way. That's all he's gonna do. But yeah, Nas for me is number one. And my favorite Nas song, I already said it ain't hard to tell, but I'm gonna go Hate Me Now and Made You Look as like the two songs.
Wait, you said Hate Me Now?
Oh yeah, Hate Me Now, yes. Hate Me Now is one of my favorite. That song, that is like a underdog Warriors anthem.
Yeah. No, I remember the song very well. It's one of the songs I wouldn't need to look up. Because I remember that song very well. But that's not one I would peg you say is one of your favorites.
Yes, that's one of my. I love the underdog, and it Made You Look.
Mm-hmm.
And then I keep saying more. I say Nas is like. That's another one. Nas is like.
How's that one go?
Nas is like Life or Death.
Oh,
I'm a rebel. My poetry's deep. I never felt. Nas is like, yeah, that.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, Nas is like. But yeah, to me, he's the greatest if you're just talking rapping.
Mm-hmm.
No one can touch Nas, but yeah, that's my 5. And I'm gonna just say Outkast just because I have to say Outkast because it wouldn't be right if I didn't mention Outkast. And I love all they listen. Outkast is when you have. Let me tell you what Outkast is. Outkast is when you have the perfect blend of two niggas that you think wouldn't be friends, but make the most perfect blend. I don't know what it is about them niggas. Perfect. It's like having a ham and peanut butter sandwich. You think it would take? That's a horrible mix. But with them, it just is good. I just don't know what it is. I don't know what it is.
I felt like there was a better sandwich combination out there that you could.
There was. But
I the sentiment, I understand. I understand what you're saying. But that visual's in my head now.
Yeah. Probably the bad sandwich analogy. But they're like they just know how to make music so well. They're just perfect at making music. I don't think if we're just talking making music, I don't think there's an artist in hip hop that makes better music than Outkast. The only two people that I will hear you out on is Kendrick and Kanye West. That's it. Just making music wise.
Fair enough.
And last but not least, my favorite song from Outkast, So Fresh and So Clean.
Oh, yeah.
And that remix with Snoop Dogg. If you just listen to that remix, you just understand what I say. Making music, dog, the horns on that remix. The horns on that remix. Hey, man. No one's beating the cast. Just making music wise. You ain't gonna have there's no group. And if you say artist, there's only like a couple that I'll hear you out on. But but yeah, that's Hip Hop 50. Those are the artists, albums, songs, and where we think hip hop is gonna go. The direction of it. Well, me and Chris are big fans of hip hop culture, as you see, and we just want to see it evolve. We appreciate the past, the present, and we are looking forward into the future. Same with the podcast. We are looking forward to the future. And so
we're gonna try to be consistent, probably, maybe. Don't hold us to it.
Yeah. But anything else you want to get off, Chris? Or
hey, it's good to be back. I'm still in school and busy as all get out. So if any of these edits are a little rough, just bear with us until maybe mid to late December when I, knock on wood, done with these classes. So yeah, but it shouldn't be too rough. But if it is, feel free to let us know, and maybe I'll spend a little bit more time on them. Otherwise, you're gonna get what you get. It should be fine, but we'll see. And
I know you see the two of us on here. To the viewers, we will try our best to get all four of us on here. It's been a while since we did an episode with all four of us on. But we are working on that. And we're working on just coming up on here more consistently. We took a hiatus. A lot is in our personal lives that, you can't control. But we made it back. And I enjoyed doing this episode today. I know Chris did. So going forward, we're trying to put all things together and pieces together. So stay tuned.
Stay tuned.
But yeah, Chris, where can they find you?
That's a great question. I guess you can find me on X, because it's no longer Twitter, it's X now. You can find me on X at BigFresh_57. And you can find me on Instagram, because it's still Instagram, at Everybody Loves Chris. Yeah, there we go. I think that's what it is. Everybody Loves Chris.
Yeah, I'm not on X. Yeah, see, we've been off that long. Damn.
Yeah.
I'm not on X frequently, so I'm not gonna send my plug on that. But I'm gonna plug my IG, at Kofi Peter, and the podcast is at Official Kickback Podcast. So follow us. Also like, comment, subscribe on the YouTube page. Leave a review on the Apple Podcasts or any of the podcast platforms that you're listening on. Please leave a review there.
5 stars, likes, all the best stuff.
Yeah, comment and engage with us, because we need to know what you guys like. We just need to know what you feel about the pod, and engage with us, because that helps us grow. So thank you. We love you. Like I always said in the past, and I'm going to stay consistent on it. To all the brothers and sisters out there, stay black, stay woke.
Bye. Thank you for tuning in to this week's episode of The Kickback. We're available on all podcasting platforms, and we ask that you like, comment, share, and subscribe. And do us a favor and hit that notification bell too. And please rate and review us on any platform available. And as always, we like you, we love you, but we gotta go. Bye.
Kickback.